Hey, it's Trevor from the JB Soaps. I have my sweatpants on. I'm in the garage. What do you say we make some soap? Today, I am making watermelon soap. It has been a minute. It smells exactly like you want it to smell, so I'm going to make it look somewhat like you want it to look. Fingers crossed. Okay, we're going to have a layer of some greeny stuff, a layer of some whitey stuff, and then some watermelony stuff, and hopefully some seeds. All right, get to it.
I should have a little sound effect here, shouldn't I? Okay, we are working with watermelon today. I have split my batch based on how much of the colors I want on the bottom with this light and dark green and the white, and I will deal with the pink and the red later. Okay, so I'm just mixing up my mica with a little bit of my carrier oils here. And when people say carrier oils, they just mean the oils that you are making soap with. Ah, yes, my new cordless mixer. It's got a lovely variable speed button here. Can't wait to try it. Okay. All right, so just trying to get some of the bubbles out from the bottom there as I stir around and you kind of burp it on its sides. The oil there is at 83 degrees and I'm sure my lye water was pretty perfect. Okay, let's give this new mixer a go. Now, with shallow buckets like this, sometimes you do have to contend with some bubbles. So I've got the scent in there. I've worked with this one before, but it's been a long time, so hopefully it doesn't get away from me. Now, even though I've mixed the color with a little bit of the oil, I still like to pour a little bit of soap into, and then I add that back to the soap. I just like to make sure those colors are as blended as possible. Okay, so we have this really dark green and this nice lime green. And then with the white, I'm just gonna keep adding little bits at a time until I get it just the shade that I want. Okay, now, if you'll notice, this soap here is starting to get thick pretty quickly. So I've got the footage sped up a lot for you guys, I think about 5 or 6 times. But I've now, on this last loaf, I've started to have to scoop the soap out and almost fling it into the molds. So this is going to be quite interesting. And then with the lighter shade of green, I just cover up what I can. And then you'll see me spread it around and it almost, I can't even wait for you guys to see the final product because it looks very messy and haphazard when you're seeing it go together right now. But when you see the final product, it looks amazing. Okay, so after just a little bit of cleanup, I'm gonna put down the white layer, and the white as well has gotten pretty thick. Now, again, I've sped this footage up for you guys, but it's very pudding-esque, and I'm having to move pretty quickly. But the good thing about this is if you are delicate with it, you can just take your time to smooth this layer out into the thinnest layer of white, which is all you need. Okay, so after a little cleanup, we will go on to the main pink layer. Okay, so I've got this bigger, deep bucket, and my stick arm is fine, but I'm using this medium-sized rubber spatula, and then very quickly here, I will realize that that is probably not the best idea, as the spatula goes for a little swim. Okay, we'll dig that one out, get a bigger one. Okay, here we go. I'm working with this True Red from Mad Mica, and it is wonderful. I love the color so much. And I've got this little bit of black here on the side. I'm going to put it into this paper cup and make a little bit of a beak so I can pour out of it a little bit easier. I'm going to put a little bit of the fragrance in the black and the majority of it in the red. Okay, so I've got my molds here, and I'm just going to want to pour down a nice base layer of the red before I attempt to put some black seed looking layers in there. Okay, so once I've got an even layer down on each of them, I'm just going to pour some of this black soap down in a line. Now, I am realizing right now that I wish I had mixed it longer. I had made it thicker, because it's going to spread out. It's not going to look like actual watermelon seeds. So I guess I'm going to go for a soap that is in the style of watermelon. But to keep these lines of black with as much integrity as possible, what I've tried to do here is to pour some red soap around each side of them, almost to buttress them up against some red. And then after pouring another layer on top, I pour just one little line of another black seed and continue forward. Okay, so I'm going to put a few more of these black lines down in an attempt to make them look as much like seeds as possible. And then very carefully, I'm just going to try to spoon and layer the rest of this red watermelon soap on top.
That red layer had some different consistencies. Okay, it went from, all right, perfect, to, hey, you're kind of thickening up, to, whoa, what's happening, slow down. I think the black seeds will be interesting. They will be of different sizes, shapes, widths, and whatnot. We will see. It's in the oven right now, going through an oven process, so the colors gel and pop, and we'll take it out in about an hour, and then we're going to cut it tomorrow, or right now.
Okay, here we go. Let's see how easily this comes out of the mold. Look at that. That's beautiful. And I'm loving the way the lime and that hunter green are working on the bottom. I can tell you right now that these little slices on the end, I'm going to put those on the tops and bottoms of all my little sampler packs, because alone those are going to make people buy those. Okay, here we go. First slice. How does it look? That is not bad. Not bad. Okay, there is some difference in the color of red there, which that's interesting. And it almost looks a little bit more like a watermelon skyline, because if you look at some of those hunter greens and lime greens at the bottom, it almost looks like a forestscape with snow above that, and then like a red sky. I don't know. Is it just me? I can see it.
That's it, everyone. You made it to the very end. Thank you for sticking around. You know how YouTube works. If you subscribe, that really helps. If you have notifications on, that really helps. If you like the video, that really helps. If you comment on the video, that really helps. And if you share the video to other platforms, that helps too. It all helps a fledgling little YouTuber like me. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. We will see you guys next time.